we're going to go to quarterbacks now, just because there's a couple that, Tina's favorite. It calls him Kermit every week. Patrick Mahomes. Naughty or nice this year? What do you think?
I think he's nice. I think people are taking his reactions out of proportion because I've seen people do way worse. I'm sorry. I've seen other similar high caliber quarterbacks throw tantrums all the time. Break tablets. All I'm saying is it's not uncommon for these quarterbacks to get, upset and throw a tantrum on the sidelines, and we're not going to stop seeing it. And he paid his fine, which is like nothing. So he knew it was coming. I don't think he'd be on the naughty list for that. That's crazy. We would, you know what I mean? We've been watching the NFL for like decades, and some of you a little longer, right? And forever, the quarterback.
Hey, what are you trying to say?
I'm just
saying I'm old? Some of you a little longer too. I wonder who you're talking about, Delilah. Some of you who are in your 50s now, who's watching football for 5 decades, pal. What are you doing? That's okay.
But I'm right.
Someone's definitely getting cold in their stocking this year, and it's going to be you. Thanks a lot, pal.
I know. I'm sorry.
Peppermint with cold for you. Don't let me catch you outside this week. Peppermint with cold for you.
Oh man, listen. I'm just saying that we've seen it happen.
Yeah, I know. Absolutely.
He shouldn't be on a naughty list for that. That's ridiculous.
Yeah. No, I know, but it's fun to talk about. Like I said, I thought about giving that to Tina, but I knew exactly where Tina would go, so I wanted kind of a more objective view on good old Kermit the Frog. There, I didn't want to, Tina never not. Ben Cornette has chimed in. In my opinion, every player should have an agent like Tommy DeVito. We need them to look like they're going to be a problem if the guy doesn't get the extra cheese on the waffle. If you know what I mean. Huh? Bada bing, bada bing, exactly. Thank you, Ben, for that comment. I'm telling you. Yes. If his agent and family are not on a central casting, I don't know what is. Because that is, and then they show the family and they're all up there in the stands. And you're just like, oh my goodness. I mean, they belong in an episode of The Sopranos. Like, that's got to be his family. Like, hey, go get the fresh moots, chicken cutlets. Let me get a sandwich. Come on, man. Yeah, it's hilarious how they play that up so much every week. Hey, the DeVito, now it's this. Hey, give me. So I don't know. Hilarious stuff. Anybody else? Patrick Mahomes? No. Good. Tina, do you want to say something?
I was going to say I would actually put him on the nice list because
look at that.
Like what Delano was saying. Like, we know a very prominent, just retired quarterback who would literally throw temper tantrums when he lost games. And he talks about the iPad and all of that. Like, they let them get away with it stuff.
Are you talking about the guy that Sean endlessly played a video of, who threw a certain Super Bowl trophy from boat to another boat? Are we talking about that gentleman right now?
Yeah, I don't have that. All I'm saying. I can work it out.
I was waiting to see if that was going to pop up because Sean's favorite quarterback in the last 4 years, Mr. Throwing Super Bowl trophies, right? One,
That was the other guy I was going to bring up. That Alex just brought up is Philip Rivers. Oh my God, I have a meme saved in my phone. There's Philip Rivers with this big blue coat, pulling it over his head and like sitting down. And there's this famous story about Philip Rivers and God, I can't remember, Cutler. That is hilarious. I won't tell it on the show. It's way too long of a story. But Philip Rivers had the worst potty mouth. He was a trash talker extraordinaire. So, like, those guys do temper tantrums all the time. The league never cut them back. Kermit's problem is, like, also what I think Alex alluded to, is he doesn't have the receivers he had. His receivers are dropping balls, things like that. So he's frustrated with what he's got around him. You've got Kelsey, cover Kelsey, moving on. So, and I'll get it right this time, son. Tony.
Alex.
These freaking double stick tape on his gloves.
Yes.
I
we got
agree,
it.
Alex.
Yeah.
He just had another one recently too.
Well, see, that's the thing. Like Philip, I guess Philip spends all his time and doesn't have a television at home because he's got 10 children. So he rather doesn't watch this anyway. So whatever. It's all good, Philip.
What up, Andy?
I disagree. I disagree
go
with
ahead.
both of them.
Sean,
I think he is on the naughty list. Not because he had a temper tantrum. Everybody does that. But if I got to see him trying to run over his coaches to go after a referee like a basketball player, one of these fake basketball fights, hold me back. That no, bro, no, man. And you going after a ref? Come on, what was you gonna do if you got to him, Patrick? Come on, bro. Nothing.
Or when he said to Josh Allen, like they picked up right after the game. Josh has nothing to do with that. So I mean,
I said what?
I don't like Kermit at all. Everybody knows that, but I don't think he's naughty. Again, maybe a government stick with a call. Like he gets both.
Yeah. So, I love it.